I want to encourage someone today to stay faithful and to stay expectant. This morning, the Lord led me to 1 Kings 18, this is where the prophet Elijah prophesied that he could hear the sound of an abundance of rain. And instantly after delivering that prophecy, he told his servant to go out and look by the sea to see the cloud form that would bring forth the rain. And while his servant went out looking continuously 7 different times, the prophet Elijah, he got himself into a posture of prayer. And this morning, the Lord really ministered to me specifically in this verse 43, where it says, his servant, so he went up and looked and said, there is nothing. This makes me so emotional because what the Lord began to minister to me about was those of us who find ourselves in a place where every single day looks the same. You wake up, you go about your day doing the same thing. You pray, you may fast, you seek the Lord, you do the assignments that he's called you to do. You're the wife, you're the mother, you're the businesswoman, all of these things. But yet and still, you have a word of restoration specifically. There's a word of restoration that the Father has given you concerning your life. Maybe he's restoring your marriage. Maybe he's restoring your mind, your health, your finances, or even just a total restoration where he has promised you that he is coming in and bringing forth a true healing, a true restoring to your life. And what happens is day after day, you carry this word, but you're not seeing it. Day after day, you're carrying this word and you're like, God, I don't see it again. I don't see it again. And what stuck out to me differently this time than the previous times that I read this text was he told his servant to look out towards the sea. Now, I'm sure there are many different interpretations of this, but what it spoke to me was, if you're telling me to look out towards the sea, God, you're reminding me to look beyond where I currently am. That even as I go about my day-to-day things, that I still must stay faithful. I still must stay in a posture that Elijah stayed in, where I'm prayerful, but also I must remain expectant. That also I must hold unswervingly, as Hebrews 10:23 tells us, to the faith, to the hope it is that I have professed in you, that you are faithful to do what it is that you have said. And so I know it can seem very mundane to be hidden in obscurity. And when I say hidden in obscurity, being faithful in the small things, doing things that seem as though they have no result. But what do we see? It was in that place of faithfulness, in that place of prayer, in that posture of humility, in that persistent seek to continue to have hope for the word that God spoke, that it brought forth a change. Now, the thing is there's some of us, we come to God and we're like, Lord, I know I'm in a time of transition to my season of restoration. I know that it's here. So we begin to say, okay, God, what can I do differently? What can I do now? What am I supposed to be doing now? I want to encourage some of you the same way the Father encouraged me. Go back to the last instruction that I gave you and stay faithful with that instruction until the new instruction comes. And don't be like how I was in previous seasons, where the Father would give me my instruction for my next and my now. And I will begin to do the next and my now, thereby causing tension because I don't have grace to carry out those instructions where I am now. He's just giving me what's next. So as you are where you are right now, remain faithful. It's easy for us to start saying, okay, God, we get a little jittery towards the end of a thing because we want to begin to say, okay, God, what can I do? How can I change? You don't know who's seeing your faithfulness in the small things. You don't know whose heart God is turning to favor you at the appointed time. You don't know these things. The servant didn't know. He just had to keep going back. And he remained faithful and expectant. Elijah remained faithful and expectant. And so today I'm coming to encourage someone to say, remain faithful and expectant. And what was placed upon my spirit, of course, because this is the season where the Ruth and Boaz movie came out. Speaking about Ruth, she remained faithful in a place that looked hopeless. But we didn't know that God already had a plan aligned for her. And so I want to remind each of you to stay faithful in your hiddenness, to stay faithful in what seems to be the small thing. For we know who is faithful over the small, that God will make them indeed a ruler over many. So don't you lose your hope. Stay encouraged today. Continue to keep your eyes on God and stay to the work that He has given you. If the Lord has not switched your instruction, don't change it. Continue to do the last thing that He said and trust that the God who led you to that instruction is the same one that'll lead you to your next. Scripture says, you will hear a voice in your ear telling you the direction to go, and trust that that voice will come to you at the right time. But until then, servant of Elijah, stay faithful and stay expectant. I pray that this has blessed you. Send this to someone that you know is in the midst of a season that their turnaround is literally here and they're about to get out of position. May this word realign them according to the purposes of God for their life. For their lives. I almost lost my breath. But I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later.